tuned in to the Larks Network.
For the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks!
to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 32 of the 2019 Hays Larks season. This is Carson Ackerman on the call here on Larks Network. Leading off for the Larks is the center fielder, Drake Andreon. His first look at Anthony Villegas. Villegas comes in this one on the bump, 0-0 on the season through 5 appearances, 4 of those being starts, 20 innings gone, 26 strikeouts, 5 walks allowed, 22 hits, 11 earned runs, comes in with an ERA just under 5 at 4.95. Andreon takes his cuts from the left side. The first delivery to him is called strike one on a fastball. Andreon had some family making the trip to Dodge. His grandfather, grandmother, and sister here in attendance at Cavalier Field. First pitch at 7:38 p.m. Andreon sends a second delivery, a blooper that's made on a leap catch from Ariano for out number 1. One away now for Jared Belbin, filling up the 2-hole tonight, starting in left field. Last night, the 2-hole for the Larks was Wyatt Divis. Jared came in and replaced him late in the game from a pinch hitter after Divis was injured on a slide in home plate. They're going to check on a swing. He did not go around. 1-0 on the Australian lefty. Villegas from the stretch. Here, catches the outside part of the plate, 1-1. Goes from a windup, delivers stretch-like. And the delivery to him, similar spot, just a tad bit more outside, 2-1 on Belbin. Pinch hitting last night, Belbin went 0 for 2. The 2-1 delivery, swung on, hit hard to the right side, but foul. Had distance and power on it, just not the location. 2-2 with 1 away and nobody on. The 2's delivery, Belbin takes one above the letters. It's full count on Belbin. Villegas played in California at Viola. He's originally from California, and he just finished his sophomore season there. Belbin swings at a payoff pitch, hits it to left center field. Bruno and the new guy, Colin, in center field, race for it. Bruno ends up making the catch for out number 2. So now batting is the second baseman tonight, Justin Lee from Cochise College, Angelo State commit. He'll hit from the right side, facing off against the righty Villegas. Villegas, in his last appearance as a win versus Liberal, he was the starter but didn't get the decision. 4 innings gone, 1 walk, 8 hits allowed, 6 earned runs. This one misses, 1-0 on Jay Lee. Last night, Justin in Hays, Kansas, went 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. And said he found this one off 1-1. Coming up to the pregame here in Dodge City, the Weather Channel listed the feel-like temperature at 105 degrees. The 1-1 delivery to Justin takes a slider on the outside part of the plate, 1-2. 2 away on deck is the power-hitting first baseman who had his first home run of the season last night. It was a 2-run shot for Alex Strachan. The 1-2, and Lee lays off this one wisely, 2-2. Justin leads the league in total bases and RBIs. Comes in this one with 72 TBs. Swings at the 2-2 delivery, grounds it over to Doherty at third base, who throws across a diamond, pulls Selby off the bag. Selby drags his foot for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Larks to start the first inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first here on Larks Network. No score. Bottom of the first we go. Leading it off for the A's is the DH, Antonio Andrade. On the bump for your Larks is Rustin Hays, the William Baptist guy. 3-2 record through 9 appearances. Don't judge him by his record or earned runs. He's been a solid pitcher all season. Just a few pitches that have caused those 13 earned runs. Has an ERA of over 3 at 3.08. 29 hits allowed, 13 walks, 27 Ks through 38 innings. Has allowed 3 home runs. This is his 4th start of the year. His delivery to Andrade misses 1-0. He is a knuckleballer on the bump. Likes to abuse that pitch, but it works for him. In his last appearance, went 8 innings against the Wellington Heat, picked up his 3rd win of the season. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 5 hits allowed, and 2 earned runs. It's 1-1 on Andrade. Missing from the lineup, Matt Cavanaugh out with a back injury, and Wyatt Divis injured his lower half of his legs. Sliding home last night in Larks Park. That was game 1 of this series. Larks won it 11-3. This is a 2-game series, and Larks will be back home for 4 straight days. 2-game series versus the Cougars and 2 games against the Collegians. 2-1. Rustin Hays from the windup. That 3-quarter delivery. This one a knuckleball that runs outside. Check swing from Andrade. First base umpire said he win. It's 2-2. Hays has hit 6 batters on the bump this season, but has held his opponents to a 182 batting average. Very, very good. He delivers. This one was sidearm delivery that sent blooped into right field. Sutherland gets under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Now up is Carlos Arellano, the shortstop. Defensively for your Larks, it's Skylar Luna at third base, Jimmy DeLeon at shortstop, Justin Lee at second, Alex Strachan at first, Max McGuire behind the dish, Hays on the bump, Belbin in left, Andron in center, and Sutherland in right field. Hays gets the sign from McGuire. He delivers sidearm that's popped up over to the right side. Strachan makes a step into foul territory. 1 pitch for the second out. Now to the 3-hole, Tyler Bruno, the left fielder. In last night's ball game, Bruno went 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Defensively, Skylar Luna playing in on third base to see if he's expecting a bunt. Justin Lee and Jimmy DeLeon at second base and shortstop playing deep on the grass, and Lee is very far from second base. Defensive shift on Bruno. Outfielders playing in. It's 404 in deep center, 330 in left, 348 in left center, and it's symmetrical field, same dimensions at 348 and 330 in right. 1-0 delivery from Russ is popped up and over the grandstand. 1-1. Bruno from Allentown, Pennsylvania, played at Villanova. Comes to this one after finishing his junior year there, joining the Dodge City A's. He awaits his 1-1 from the Hector, Arkansas native. Russ gets a sign, and he'll go from the windup sidearm again. A curveball that misses low. Scoreboard reads a 2-1 count with 2 away. There's nobody on. No hits for either squad. Larks win in order 1, 2, 3. Andron, Belbin, and Lee going down respectively. 3-1 hitters count now for the lefty. Bruno comes in this game for the A's, batting .321 with 49 total bases, 22 RBIs. This delivery to him, Russ gets him to swing at a knuckleball. It's a full count. Wind whipping the flag in center field across the diamond from the right field side to the left field side and a little bit in. Rustin delivers this payoff pitch that's sent into center field. Andrew on shift, proving effective as he was playing in. Got this one in his glove for out number 3. Rustin gets the A's to go down in order in the bottom of the first. We'll head to the top of the second here on Larks Network. Thank you to the sponsors on your screen for making these streams possible.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Leading off the top of the second is the power-hitting righty first baseman, Alex Strachan. First delivery to him, a slider catches the outside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Strachan had that 2-run shot in last night's game, an 11-3 victory for the Larks. Larks sporting their gray road pants, blue jerseys, white lettering, red trimming. Similar pitch, this one more outside. It's 1-1 on Strach. Villegas on the bump, got a line on a fly out and a ground out through all 3 batters through the first inning. 1-2 now on Strachan. On deck is George Sutherland. In the hole, Mikey Gangwish. Check swing, they're going to say he went around. It's a strikeout for Strachan. The 27th on the season for Villegas. One away with nobody on now for the New York native Sutherland. For Strachan on the season, that is strikeout number 18. Sutherland comes up to this one. 41 hits, 56 total bases, batting .369. He has 4 home runs on the season. Had a grand slam in last night's ball game. Ended up scoring twice himself and drove in 6 runs. He sends one over the right side, continuing his hot streak. It's a 1-out base hit, the first of the day for the Larks. So up now with a runner on first and 1 away is the 6th hole, the DH, Mikey Gangwish. The lineup for your Larks featured Andron leading off, followed by Belbin and Lee, Strachan batting cleanup, Sutherland 5-hole, followed by Gangwish, Luna, McGuire at the 8th spot, and then DeLeon rounding out the order. Gangwish comes in this one not appearing, did appear in last night's game, went 0 for 4 with a strikeout, was the catcher. It's 1-0 on him. Larks leading the division, a full game against the BJs. The A's find themselves 3.5 games back. Larks are 24-7 overall, 8-5 in the Jayhawk West Division. Check over at Sutherland, not in time. 23-6 in the KCLB, 15-1 in the South Central Division. The only loss was a game in Wellington that the Larks feel that they should have won. Larks, when it comes to the Jayhawk West Division team stats, they have 243 RBIs. The second closest is the BJs with 179. 1-1. Larks have scored 277 runs. A's have scored 184 this season. 1-1 with one away. And this one misses outside on a breaking ball. 2-1 on Gangwish. Gangwish from the Colorado School of Mines, originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico, was a 2018 Rawlings Regional Player of the Year and 2018 Rawlings First Team All-America. He hits from the left side, facing off against the righty Villegas. Check over at Sutherland again. It's a close play. That's not in time. Villegas has a whip of 1.35, an opponent batting average of 239. Has hit 5 batters and given up 5 home runs. 2-1 count on Gangwish with one away. Sutherland on first, Luna on deck, Max McGuire in the hole. Villegas will go from the stretch. Sutherland takes off. Gangwish pops this one out of play over to the left side. It would be 2-2. Gangwish was the leader in the league in walks. His walk total has slowed down after a rapid pace. He has 28 on the season. Has driven in 16 runs, has 43 total bases, batting .264. 2-2 with one away. Villegas gets a sign from Prescott Horn, his second day with the A's and his second start behind the dish. He'll deliver. Sutherland not taking off this time, and Gangwish fouls another one off the end of his bat to the left side.
Reminder fans, you can return all foul balls to the concession stand for $1, courtesy of J. Chris Cole's Turf.
Defensively for the A's, Bruno in left field. Kyle Cole making his first appearance this season. He's starting in center field. Graber in right field. Doherty at third base. Ariano at shortstop. Jansen at second and Selby at first. Villegas on the bump. And Prescott Horn behind the dish. The 2-2 to Gangwish takes this one just a bit high. Full count. It was a close call. Gangwish laid off. Villegas wanted it to be strike 3 called. So it is a full count. Villegas will deliver his first payoff pitch tonight. 7:56 p.m. here in Dodge City, Kansas from Cavalier Field. The payoff delivery outside. Back-to-back base runners for the Larks. Runners on first and second with one away for Skylar Luna. Gangwish's 29th walk of the season. For Sutherland, that was hit number 42, single number 33. Was just a triple shy of the cycle in last night's ball game. Had a double, a single, and a grand slam. One away. Runners on first and second. Villegas delivers to Luna. High and inside. Horn has to stand up and reach and get that one. 1-0. Luna comes in this one, starting to get back his momentum after being out with an injury. He's batting .273, 12 total bases, has driven in 3 runs, scored 7 times himself. It's 1-0. On deck is Max McGuire. In the hole is the 9-hole with Jimmy DeLeon. Villegas looks at Sutherland, delivers a heater to Luna that grounds over to Ariano, tosses it to Jansen for 1 and gets it over to Selby for out number 3. Larks strand a runner, and we'll head to the bottom of the second. No score after a 6-4-3 double play. You're tuned in to Larks Network.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the second we go. Leading off is the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Griffin Selby. The first delivery from Rustin Hays is ruled a ball 1-0. Hays got the A's to go down in order. Andrade, Ariano, and Bruno. And this one is called strike one. 1-1 on number 23, the first baseman. Skylar Luna grounded into double play to end the top of this inning. There's still no score. Rustin Hays delivers sidearm. It's 2-1. Hays likes to use his three-quarter delivery. Sometimes drops it down to a sidearm. Sometimes throws conventionally. Try and confuse the hitter. He throws 2-1. This one 3/4. It's a swing and a miss on a knuckleball. 2-2. Rustin sports that knuckleball. It's worked for him this season. Has 3 wins through 9 appearances. Has started 3 games. This is number 4. Has thrown 344 strikes and 187 balls coming in this appearance. It's a full count. Selby last night 0 for 1. Rustin delivers his second payoff pitch tonight. It's a knuckleball that runs just outside. It's the first walk of the day for the A's and first base runner walk on the season for Rustin, number 14. So now batting is the second baseman, Owen Jansen, the 5-hole. Jansen from Ontario, Canada, played at Purdue. The Boilermaker steps up to face the Eagle from William Baptist. And Rustin Hays shakes off a couple of signs from Max McGuire and checks over at Selby. It's not in time. Skylar Luna playing in at the hot corner. Justin Lee and Jimmy DeLeon moved in from the grass onto the turf infield. This delivery misses outside on a fastball, 1-0. Likely see Tommy Garcia out of the pen tonight for the Larks. Scheduled to pitch. Wyatt Davis was supposed to be the starter tonight. Got injured in last night's ball game. Jared Belvin pinch hit for him. We'll wish him the best in a speedy recovery. Check over at Selby again, not in time. It's the bottom of the second, no score. 1 hit for the Larks, none for the A's. Larks left 1 on base. It was George Sutherland in the top of this inning. Rustin shakes off a sign from Max. He steps back on the rubber and gets set. Looks over at Selby over his shoulder and gets Jansen to hit this one over the left side and foul out of play, 1-1. Jansen, the starting second baseman for the A's. Last night, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. And on the season, Jansen batting .246, 16 total bases through 61 at-bats. Hays agrees with the sign for McGuire. Starting catcher tonight, replacing Gangwish, who's the DH tonight after being the backstop last night. Sidearm delivery. It's 2-1. No errors for either squad with nobody out in the bottom of the second. Griffin Selby's on first base. Let it off with a walk on the payoff pitch that just missed outside. Rustin appeared early in the season in Game 2 against Denver Cougars, picked up the loss, and then bounced back the next night versus the A's. That game went into extra innings, and Rustin on the bump had himself a night. A great way to bounce back. In that appearance, he went 7 innings, picked up his first win of the season, only had 1 earned run. 2-2 is the count on Owen Jansen. Time is called Jansen. Hays will step off the rubber. Pulls up the 2-2 count. Check over at Selby. Not in time again. Stratching at first base. Making the catch. First base coach for the A's is Taylor Doan. Third base coach is the head coach, Tony Gonzalez, in his second year with the A's.
First base coach is Robert Beltran.
Don't ever let. If you have any questions, ask us.
It's full count. I was corrected. First base coach is Robert Beltran.
I got you.
Russ will deliver his payoff pitch from the stretch. Taylor Doan, usually the first base coach. First base coach tonight for the Larks, Steve Sedbrook. Third base coach and head coach, Frank Leo. 2015 NBC Hall of Famer, 2005 Kansas Sports Hall of Fame, and back-to-back payoff pitch walks from Rustin Hays. There's runners on first and second with nobody out.
Now at bat, catcher number 31, Prescott Horn.
So Prescott Horn up to the plate now in his second game. And last night's ball game didn't have the greatest start to the season. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Larks scored 4 to start that game in the bottom of the first off a grand slam from Sutherland. Then scored 7 in the third. Working their way, capitalizing on key moments for an 11-3 victory. Knuckleball from Russ is called strike 1.
It was, I know. No, it wasn't.
He liked that one.
0-1. Becomes 0-2. Larks fans, make sure to follow the Larks on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, turn on post notifications, and you'll get notified every time we go live for every single game this season. This one is swung on, blooped into center field on a pop-up. Andron gets under it, makes the catch. Selby starts to tag up, holds back, and there's 2-1 away.
Now at bat, center fielder.
So now batting is Kyle Colin, the center fielder for the A's. The A's have played, this is their third straight game in Jayhawk West play. On Monday night, they lost to Liberal last night, losing to your boys in blue, the Hays Larks. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned into Larks Network. There's one away, runners on first and second. For the guy making his first appearance, Kyle Coolin just joined the team today. Hays delivers. This one's in the dirt on the knuckleball. 1-0. Andron made that catch out in center field for the first out of the inning. His mom, sister, grandma, and grandpa from Morgan City, Louisiana, are at the game tonight. Talked with Drake's grandfather before the game. Came up to the press box. This one's grounded over to Daly on the shortstop. He's going to turn one to Justin Lee, who drags his foot on the bag. No thrower to first. There's runners at the corners with 2 away after a fielder's choice. Selby at third base. Colin at first.
Now at bat, number 28, Zach Jordan.
Now batting, Zach Doherty didn't appear in last night's ball game. He's the third baseman for the A's. From Huntington, Indiana, he played at Purdue. There's 2 away. Doherty on his season for the A's, batting 188 in his 14th game here tonight. Just over 30 minutes into this game. First pitch was at 7:38. This one misses inside on a knuckleball. 1-0.
Here's what I have. I actually sent it out in the email that I sent to all the board members and you and Whitney, so they should have known. It said in the email that they would have meal deal tickets. I also let Tristan know about it before I came out.
1-0. Excuse me. 1-0, 2 away. Time is called from Doherty. On deck, Graber in the hole, top of the order, Antonio Andrade. Taking off is Cole, and this one's grounded over the head of Russ, who trusts his defense, and Justin Lee gets the catch, throws over to Strachan for out number 3. So that concludes the second inning. We'll head to the top of the third here on Larks Network. No score, Larks versus Hays.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the third we go here on Larks Network. No score from either squad. Leading off is Max McGuire, the catcher. First delivery from Villegas to him, misses low and in the turf. McGuire got the night off last night, finds himself up in the count early 1-0, swings at the second pitch, lines it into left field. It's going to drop in front of Bruno, a leadoff base hit off the bat of Max McGuire. So up next is the 9-hole Jimmy De Leon on deck. Top of the order, Drake Angeron. McGuire this season, that is hit number 12 through 36 at-bats, batting .314 coming into that plate appearance. The 0-0 to JDL, misses low, 1-0. Larks, that was their second hit of the game. They left one on base in the second and picked up their first walk. It was from Mikey Gangwish, a payoff pitch missed. And De Leon turns at this one just a little bit early, sends it screaming foul, 1-1. A slower start from both teams. Larks grand slam in the first. Found themselves up 4-0 heading to the second. Dodge rebuttal with a 2-run shot of their own, making it a 4-2 ball game heading to the third. And then Alex Strachan had a 2-run shot for himself, made it a 6-2 ball game. And the Larks ended up scoring 5 more that inning, and the score held out that for the Larks at 11 runs. Dodge picked up 1 in the fourth in a 3-11 victory for Hays. 2-1. These games are extremely key if the Larks want to advance to the NBC World Series Championship week. Looking to sweep the A's, and it'll clinch it, assuming that the A's get swept by BJs. You don't want to rely on the A's to beat the BJs. You want to control your own fate, and that's what the Larks are looking to do tonight. It's a hitter's count for De Leon, the El Paso, Texas native. He swings at this one, misses under it. It's a full count. Time is called. De Leon steps back in on the right-hand side. Max at first base has a small lead in this one at chin level of De Leon. Second walk of the day for the Larks, and number 7 on the season for Villegas on the bump. Larks find themselves with runners at first and second for the second time through 3 innings. This time, there's nobody out. Top of the order for Drake Andron, who lined out to Ariano to start this game, was a nice play from the shortstop.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That's De Leon's 19th walk of the year. Andron shows bunt on a slider that misses outside. Doherty coming in from third base, 1-0. Drake is familiar with this field. He played here at Dodge City Community College here at Cavalier Field in Dodge City. He'll be returned to Larks Park tomorrow, game 1 of a 2-game series against the Cougars. And then after the Larks season, he'll still be playing in downtown Hays, playing for the Fort Hays State University Tigers, 1-1. In his time at this stadium in this last season there, Drake batted way over 300, 370, 71 hits, 25 RBIs, 22 stolen bases. Heads back to the batter's box. He throws right-handed, bats left-handed. On deck is the lefty Jared Belbin. Andron leads the league in hits. Second is Justin Lee with 46. Andron has 48, looking to make it 49 here. He has 7 doubles, 1 triple and a home run. He bunts this one beautifully over the left side, but Villegas shows off some baseball wisdom, lets it roll instead of picking it up right away, and it goes foul. Likely won't see another bunt from Andron as it's 1-2. Still nobody out. Runners at first and second. De Leon at first. Max McGuire at second base. On deck, Belvin. In the hole is Justin Lee. Andron, last night's ball game, 1 for 4, 2 runs scored, had a walk as well. 1-2 delivery, Villegas from the stretch to Andron. He swings at this one, trying to protect the plate. Villegas gets it over the third, gets McGuire, but Andron just too speedy. He reaches first on a fielder's choice with 1 away now. So for the second time in back-to-back innings, Larks find themselves with runners on first and second with 1 away. At the dish now is Jared Belbin. He flew out to left field in the first. Skylar Luna ended the top of the second, grounding into a double play. That's the first time this season the Tennessee native has done it. The throw was in time, but Ariano had a little trouble gripping it. So De Leon safe. De Leon at second, Drake Andron at first, Belbin taking his second cuts of the game. His second look at Villegas, who's gone 2 1/3, allowing 2 hits, 2 walks, no earned runs. 0-1. Belbin gets a sign from head coach Frank Leo. Villegas looks and gets a sign from Horn. Righty to lefty, the delivery from the stretch is a fastball that misses outside. It runs 1-1. 1-1 count with 1 away. No errors for either team. Belbin is the 2-hole starting left fielder for the Larks tonight. Pinch hitting for Wyatt Divis, the DH last night. He grounds this one over to Doherty, who's going to tag De Leon and throw over to first base, and they're going to say it's not in time. Back-to-back times, they get that lead runner out over at third base, and Belbin reaches on a fielder's choice. He's at first base. Andron's at second base with 2 away. So now batting Justin Lee. He grounded out to Doherty in the hot corner to end the top of the first inning. He steps in for his second cuts of the day, leads the league in RBIs and total bases, has 34, has Andron, the speedy center fielder, in scoring position, can make it 35 here. Andron stolen 21 bases on the season. Justin Lee right behind him with 19. And this one runs way outside and low on a slider, 1-0 on Justin Lee. He's going to get some stuff from the turf off his bat. Wipes off his bat, wiped off his hands, rubs some stuff on his bat. He'll step back in, looking to extend his hitting streak.
They aren't telling him as much this summer, because you lost last night.
1-0 delivery with 2 away. He turns on it, sends it foul, screaming over the right side. 1-1.
Anyways, he didn't take the pitcher out, Justin.
Justin in last night's ball game, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, a walk, 2 RBIs. He had a double for one of those hits.
Okay, how's this?
1-1. His second look at Villegas here. He's the 3-hole on deck of the cleanup hitter, Alex Stratch, and this one at the chin level down the middle of the plate, 2-1. Justin hits from the right side. Villegas shakes off a sign from Horn, agrees on the second one, and Lee calls time. A's wearing their home white pants, green uniforms with yellow lettering, green hats with the yellow bills, replica of the Oakland A's uniforms. Villegas to Lee. This one misses inside. It's a hitter's count for one of the best hitters in the league. Finished his career at Cochise last spring. And number 9, Lee was a second-team All-ACC AC and second-team All-Region that same year in 2018. Check over to Andrew not in time. He's headed to Texas, taking his talents to Angelo State. Due up for the A's, it's Graber, followed by Andrade and Ariano. Villegas delivers. Lee reads it well, sends it over the left field on the line. Drive it, dropped. Bruno races to it. Andron scores as Bruno struggles to pick it up. Belbin advances to third. Lee to second base. And it's an RBI for the league leader in RBIs, picking up his third in this 2-game series. RBI number 35 on the season for Lee, and run scored number 36 for Drake Angeron.
Yeah, Justin is.
Belbin is at third base, Lee at second. And it's a 1-0 ball game here from Cavalier Field in Dodge City.
Okay, I have to go down to the dugout, so I'll just let Tony know while I'm down there. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't have to go down to the dugout. I just want to. Justin, they're going to move the game to the top of the pit.
I was supposed to have 50-50.
2 away, 3 hits for the Larks. 2 in this inning, both singles. Justin Lee advancing to second base. Was not ruled an error on Bruno. This one misses inside and low on Strachan. 2-0. Strachan struck out for Villegas' 27th on the season. That was in the second inning for out number 1. On deck is Sutherland, who singled and reached second base in that same inning. He lays off a heater inside. 3-0. Villegas looking not to walk his third batter of the day. That would make it 8 on the season. Strachan awaits his 3-0 pitch. Swings at it, sends it on a pop-up to right center. Graber moves to his left and now his right and makes the catch for out number 3. Larks lead 2 on as we head to the bottom of the third. They score 1 off the bat of Justin Lee. Well, that's the bottom of the third here on Larks Network. A's trailing the Larks 1-0. Bottom of the third we go. Rustin Hays on the mound for his third inning of work. No hits allowed, no runs through his first 2 innings of work. This one runs outside, 1-0 on a knuckleball. This one misses high and outside, 2-0 back-to-back balls from Rustin Hays. Leading it off for the Dodge City A's is the right fielder Brett Graber. Started in center field last night, moved over. This one's popped out of play over to the right side. 2-1. Graber in last night's ball game, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, a walk, and an RBI. His first look at Rustin Hays, and he pops his 4th delivery over to the right side. And Russ works his way back in. It's 2-2. Bottom of the third, nobody on, nobody out. It's the 9 hole. This one. Found off, will go 2-2 again. Graber from Sacramento, California. Facing off against the Arkansas native, awaits his 2-2 delivery. Rustin from the windup sidearm, popped up over the right side yet again. Strachan will walk back to first base after chasing it in foul territory. Rustin, a righty that stands on, from the catcher's perspective, the right side of the bump, and delivers another sidearm that's popped over the right side. Yet again, Graber not willing to go down without a fight. Larks scored 1 in the top of this inning. Justin Lee drove an Andron on a base hit to left field. Lee advanced to second base on some struggles from Firestone in left field, who replaced Bruno. 2-2 again. Russ pauses a little bit on his windup. This one runs outside on a knuckleball. It's a full count. Russ has found himself in a few full count situations early. Shakes off 2 signs from McGuire. Shakes off another one. Agrees on the 4th one. He'll go from the windup. 3/4 swung on and missed. Evidently shaking off those signs is worth it. He picks up his first strikeout on the night, number 28 on the season. So top of the order, Antonio Andrade for the Dodge City A's. It's from Santa Barbara, California. He'll hit from the right side, sporting the number 26 jersey. For Graber, that is the 11th time he's been sat down on strikes this season. Andrade fouls his first pitch back, 0-1. Andrade drove in 2/3 of the runs for the A's last night, a 2-run shot early in the game. That was in the 2nd inning. Picked up RBIs on the season from number 6 and 7. 0-1, a knuckleball in the zone, 0-2. On deck, Ariano, who popped up to Strachan in the bottom of the first. Russ wasting no time. He goes from the windup, the 0-2. Another pretty knuckleball that just missed low. Is a close call. One and two with one away. He shakes off a sign from McGuire, and he'll go a knuckleball that misses high. McGuire tries to frame it unsuccessfully. It's 2-2. One away, nobody on. Top of the order, Andrade flew out to Sutherland to start off the bottom of the first inning. Sidearm knuckleball is hit to right field. Sutherland goes back into his right, makes the catch for out number 2. Second time Andrade's flown out to Sutherland through his first 2 at-bats. 2 up, 2 down. Hays has retired the last 3 on the bump. Ariano got the night off last night for the A's. On the season, he was hitting .239 coming to this one. 31 total bases, 18 strikeouts, 11 walks. It's 0-1. Rustin looking to pick up his 4th win of the season. Larks looking to advance to extend their lead against the BJs and advance to 25-7 overall. This one's hit to right field. Sutherland loses his hat as he chases it to the warning track. Ariano with speed, head to third. The throw is off the glove of Skylar Luna. Rustin Hayes right there to back him up. It's a 2-out triple for the shortstop. Ariano, that is his 4th triple of the season, his 8th extra base hit. He leads the A's in triples. He's the only one that has more than one, with the exception of Griffin Selby, who has 2. Only one guy for the Larks has, 3 guys. 3 guys for the Larks with Justin Lee's the only guy for the Larks with more than 1 triple. He has 3. Drake Andron has 1. Belbin and Divis both have 1. And Luna at third base has 1 triple on the season. Rustin from the stretch. Wind-up delivery, 1-1. Pause a little bit from his normal wind-up. Man, it looked like he was going from the stretch. 1-1 with 2 away, nobody on. Runner on third. It's Firestone swinging at this one and missing. 1-2. He replaced Tyler Bruno, the left fielder. Firestone on his season batting .324 through 24 games. 1-2 with 2 away. That was the first hit of the game for the A's. Rustin looking to leave that runner in scoring position. He delivers from the stretch. This one's grounded over the right side. He picks it up barehanded, throws a distraction for out number 3, and we'll head to the top of the 4th inning here on Larks Network. Larks leading the A's 1-0.
to the Larks Network.
Leading off the top of the fourth is George Sutherland. He pops this one up on his first delivery from Villegas. Yes, 0-1. Sutherland's first at-bat singled, reached second base, was stranded there after a double play off the bat of Luna. 1-1. Duo for the Larks this inning. It's Gangwish followed by Luna and McGuire after Sutherland's plate appearance. 3 hits for the Larks, 1 for the A's, a run for Hays, none for Dodge. Viegas goes from the windup, and Sutherland sends it to right center field. Colin and Graber both move towards it. Colin's the one that brings it in. It was a nicely hit ball, just location wasn't ideal. And there's one away with nobody on for Mikey Gangwish, who picked up walk number 29 on the season in the second. First delivery to Gangwish, misses low, 1-0. 1-0 on the power hitting lefty, DH tonight. Starting catcher last night in the ball game, Max McGuire, the backstop tonight. He turns on the 1-0, sends it foul, 1-1. Gangwish in last night's ball game, he went 0 for 4. On Mikey's season, 4 home runs, 43 total bases, lays off one that runs outside, 2-1. Two and one away, nobody on. This one misses. It's 3-1, a hitter's count for the power hitter. The delivery to Gangwish misses high. It's his second walk of the ballgame in 2 plate appearances. He's on first base with 1 away. So calling to bat, Skylar Luna double played in his first appearance. That ended the top of the second. That was his first double play on the season. It was a 6-4-3. The A's got Gangwish out at second, Luna out at first. Looking to not repeat that and continue his momentum. Swings at his first one, sends it on a line drive to left field that Firestone had a poor first reaction at. Waited on it, and it went over his head, hit the wall. Gangwish advances to third. Luna to first. Runners on the corners with 1 away. So the 8-hole now, the catcher, Max McGuire, he singled in the third to start it, reached second base, and was out on a fielder's choice from Drake Angeron. Angeron later came around to score off an RBI from Justin Lee. One away, it's Gangwish at third, Luna at first, McGuire at the plate, De Leon in the hole. Viegas will go from the stretch, and McGuire takes strike 1 looking. Owen won the delivery. It's swung on hard. Miss on a slider. They'll say he did tip it. 0-2. We're just over an hour into this one. First pitch was at 7:38. Felt like 105 according to the Weather Channel, and it's a 3-pitch strikeout for McGuire. And strikeout on the season for Viegas, number 28, his second on the day. So bottom of the order, it's De Leon. He walked in the third. For McGuire, that is strikeout on the season, number 10. 2 away, runners on the corners, top of the fourth. Larks leading the A's 1-0. Viegas looks over at Luna. They're going to check over at him. Gangwish on third base, not moving. Steve Sedgwick, the Larks' first base coach. Third base coach for the Larks, Frank Leo, the head coach. Coach Leo, 2015 NBC Hall of Fame inductee, 2005 Kansas Sports Hall of Fame inductee. It's 0-1 on Jimmy DeLeon. He's the Class 5A Coach of the Year in 1994, Kansas Coach of the Year in 98, Region 5 Coach of the Year, Region 5 National Coach of the Year in 98. Call strike 2 on JDL. He's coached a lot of MLB players with the Larks. Notable ones, Jack Wilson, Lance Berkman, Albert Pujols. Larks players on this roster looking to add to that legacy. It's JDL right here. The 0-2 misses low and in the turf, 1-2. Top of the order, Andron on deck, and the hole, Jared Belvin. Rustin Hays will return for his 4th inning of work after this. The 1-2 to Jimmy DeLeon is off the chest protector of Horn. Gang, which is going to come around to score. Luna advances to second base. It's a 2-0 ball game. For Gangwish, that is runs scored on the season, 34. Second on the team, followed right behind Drake Andron. Andron has 36. Gangwish used to lead the league about halfway through the season. It's 2-2 on DeLeon. And another one misses low in the turf. Horn got this one right off the bounce. It's a full count. Gangwish coming on to score after reaching with one away on a walk. The payoff pitch. DeLeon swings, fouls it off. DeLeon on the season, 43 total bases, 16 RBIs, batting .343. His first plate appearances inning did not affect that. DeLeon's stolen 6 bases on the season, hasn't been caught once. The payoff pitch to him, he swings and misses at it, and Horn's going to tag him. Larks get one off of a wild pitch. Gangwish touches home, and it is a 2-0 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on Larks Network. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the 4th we go. Leading it off is number 23, Griffin Selby. 0 for 0 on the day with a walk. He was stranded at third base. And first delivery to him, a knuckleball called strike 1. Ariano tripled with 2 away in the 3rd inning, was stranded at third base as Bruno ended it with a ground out back to Rustin Hays. This one's grounded past the diving glove of Strachan at first base. Sutherland is called off by Lee getting it, and Selby leads it off, getting to second base. He rolled a double. So up now is Owen Jansen. He walked in the second. Back-to-back walks to start it for Hays. First Selby on the season. Double number 4, extra base hit number 6. Owen Jansen up to the plate now with a runner in scoring position. Rustin shakes off a couple of signs from McGuire. His first delivery to the Boilermaker is taking strike 1 on a knuckleball. Rustin likes that knuckleball. He can throw it with speed, take something off it, controls his location of it and movement. He has 3 wins on the season. If things hold out here, he'll pick up win number 4. He looks over at Selby, delivers this one, just misses the outside part of the zone, 1-1. Jansen on the season, 264 batting average. He picked up walk number 8 earlier, 10 RBIs, has been hit by a pitch 4 times. From the stretch, Jansen swings on one outside stretch and calls him off and touches the bag himself. Runner advances to third base, now with 1 away.
Good catcher, number 31, Prescott Horn.
So up now is Horn, the catcher. He flew out to Andrew in the second for out number 1. That was Horn's 4th appearance at the plate this season. Has been out in all of them. Has 1 strikeout. That was in last night's ball game. There's 1 away. First delivery to him. Another knuckleball, called strike 1. Owen 1 away. Jansen just grounded out to Stratch, advancing to Selby. 90 feet from scoring run number 1. 0-1, another knuckleball. McGuire does a nice job blocking it, 1-1. Infield not really playing in, the exception of Luna and Strachan now moving a little bit more in. Lee on second base and De Leon at shortstop, both playing right on the edge of the infield. The 1-1 delivery, a knuckleball grounded over to De Leon. He'll go to first to Strachan, who tags him and misses on the tag, actually. And Horn picks up his first RBI of the season. We'll see if that's ruled a hit or an error. It's a 2-1 ball game. And it is ruled an error for JDL.
Center fielder number 1, Kyle Cole.
So runner at first now with 1 away. First Selby, that's run scored number 12 through 22 games. Time is called. His first appearance on the season at the plate, that was in the second inning, reached on a fielder's choice. This one is thrown over to first base, checking on Horn, not in time. 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th with 1 away. Showing bunt, Rustin goes over to it, picks it up barehanded, throws it over to Strachan just in time, beating out Kyle Coolin by a step. Sacrifice bunt moves Horn into scoring position at second base. Two away now for Zach Doherty. He grounded out to Lita in the second. Doherty batting 188 through his first 13 games, 16 at-bats, 4 total bases. Oh and 1. And the 0-1 delivery is grounded over the left side, chopped and foul. 0-2, quick. Due up for the Larks, it'll be Andron, followed by Belbin and Lee. Steps off the rubber, and he'll reset, compose himself. Shakes off 2 signs from McGuire. Shakes off the 3rd one, agrees on the 4th one. And the 0-2 delivery misses outside and low on one of his first curveballs of the game, 1-2. 4 hits for the Larks, 2 for the A's, 1 error. That was in this inning for Hays. None for Dodge. This one's fouled back. 1-2 again. On deck is the 9-hole Brett Graber. DeLeon and Lee both playing close to second base. Hays yet to check over at Horn since he's stepped on second. The 1-2 delivery, and Hays strikes out Doherty on 5 pitches, and he picks up strikeouts number 29 on the season, 1 in back-to-back innings. And we'll head to the 5th inning here on Larks Network. A's get 1 in the bottom of the 4th. They trail the Larks 2-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Drake Andron leading off the 5th inning. The first delivery to him, a fastball that runs inside, 1-0. Andrew on the day 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice, and the third came around to score, lined out to start the game to Ariana. 1-0 on the speedy center fielder. He pops this one over the left side, and Firestone makes the catch about 20 feet away from that 330 marker in left field. 1 away now to Jared Belbin. 0 for 2 on the day, reached on a fielder's choice in the third as well. Flew out to Bruno, who was in left field in the first. Bruno was replaced by Firestone. Larks fans, make sure you subscribe to the Larks on YouTube. Turn on post notifications. Get notified every time we go live this season. Belbin fouls this one back. 0-1 with 1 away here in the top of the fifth. Larks leading their longtime rivals, the Dodge City A's, 2-1. Umpire going to have a chat with Villegas. Not sure what we're going with here, and Belvin will step back in. One with 1 away. Nobody on deck as Justin Lee stretching the hole. This one catches the zone, called strike 2. Belbin 0 for 2 last night, replacing the injured Divis. This one 1-2. The 1-2, he swings at it, bloops into center field, and Colin makes a catch on a hop. Looked for a second like he overran it, jumped up, reached his glove up, and made the catch for out number 2. Justin Lee, 1 for 2 on the day, a single and an RBI. Four hits for the Larks through those first 4 innings. 2 for the A's, 2 runs for Larks, 1 for Dodge. This one, he swings at it and misses. 0-1. Vegas doing a nice job of starting the Larks out with strikes this inning. Lee lays off this one, 1-1. On deck, Strachan the whole Sutherland. Strachan 0 for 2 on the day. Sutherland 1 for 2. And Lee pops this one up over to the right side. Selby retreats, makes the catch in foul territory. 3 up, 3 down for the Larks. The first 3 in the batting order, similar to how we started the first inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th here on Larks Network. Larks leading the A's 2-1. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off, it's the bottom of the order. Brett Graber, 0 for 1 on the day, a strikeout. That was Rustin Hayes' 28th. Hayes back on the bump for the bottom of the 5th. No movement in the bullpen for the Larks. No movement for the A's either. Their first delivery from the windup, a knuckleball that just misses a zone 1-0. Larks scoreless through the first two, got one in the third and the fourth, went 1, 2, 3 in the fifth. A's silent through the first three, got one in the fourth. And Graber grounds this one over to DeLeon, who makes it off a hop at the chest level and throws it over to Strachan for out number one. Graber advances to 0 for 2 on the day. So now to the top of the order for his third at-bat today. It's Antonio Andrade. 2 flyouts to Sutherland, 1 in the first, 1 in the third. First base coach for the A's having a chat with Mikey Gangwish. Andrade from Santa Barbara, California. Played at Occidental College. 1-0.
Whoa, that's so much more quiet.
1 away, the 1-0 delivery. Sidearm from Hays popped a mile high. Strachan called off by Justin Lee. Lee makes the catch. Showing off that outfielder skill on the infield, 2 away. Andrade now 0 for 3 on the day after starting out hot yesterday in the series, a 2-run home run in the second. Now to Carlos Arellano. Played at Illinois State, facing off against the William Baptist Eagle on the bump. Rustin Hays looking good through his first 4 2/3. 2 away, nobody on. Sidearm knuckleball misses just high, 1-0. Hays will go back on the rubber. Stretch and immediately go to the windup sidearm. This one's grounded over to Luna. Barely had a move. Throws across a dime to Strachan, who makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, in both the top and the bottom of the fifth. And we'll head to the 6th inning. Larks leading the A's 2-1. You're tuned into Larks Network.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Leading off the top of the 6th is the cleanup hitter for the Larks, Alex Strachan, the cleanup hitter from Jacksonville State. His first delivery from Villegas, returning for the top of the 6th, is called strike 1. Strachan 0 for 2 in the day, a fly out to right field to Graber, and a strikeout. Larks fans, make sure you follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. This one misses low and outside, 1-1. If you follow the Larks on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, stay up to date with all things Larks, but specifically on Facebook, you'll see this day in Larks history. On July 10th, 1960, the Larks won a pitcher's duel against Munger, winning 2 in inter-county league action at Larks Park. Jim Jones pitched a 4-hitter with 7 strikeouts and hit an RBI single for Hays. Virgil Liker allowed 5 hits with 7 strikeouts for Munger. Make sure you follow the Larks on all social media. The handles are on your screen. 3-1 hitters count now to Stratch. In last night's ballgame, Stratch had that 2-run shot. Ended up finishing the day with 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, 2 walks, and 2 RBIs. It's a full count. Top of the 6th, nobody on, nobody out. The payoff pitch is grounded past the glove of Villegas, and diving is Jansen. He can't get to it. It's a leadoff base hit. Strachan now is 1 for 3 on the day, continuing his hitting streak. Leadoff base runner for the Larks. In the 5th inning, the Larks held scoreless for the first time since the 2nd inning. So now we go to George Sutherland, 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a flyout. On deck is Mikey Gangwish in the hole, Skylar Luna. And he swings at his first pitch, sends it to right center field, and Colin's going to let it drop as Strachan doesn't fall for his trickery. Looked like tried to make it look like he was going to catch it on the fly in center field. Strachan easily in second base in time. Back-to-back singles for the Larks. Sutherland now 2 for 3 on the day, continuing his hot streak. He had a great game last night. Had a grand slam, scored 2 times himself. 3 hits and 5 at-bats. That is the 6th hit of the night for the Larks. And Gangwish shows bunt, and then strike 1. Gangwish, through his first 2 plate appearances, 2 walks, making his walk total this year 30. Top of the 6th, runners on first and second. Sutherland at first. On second is Strachan. Gangwish sacrifice bunt. The throw to third, not in time, so Gangwish is going to end up reaching on a fielder's choice. So Sutherland goes to second, Strachan to third, Gangwish to first. Bases are loaded with nobody out for Skylar Luna, who's in his last at-bat. Hit a powerful single, got to second base, was stranded there. Gangwish on base for the 3rd time in 3 plate appearances tonight. He came around to score on a wild pitch in the 4th. He made it a 2-1 ball game. The score holds steady at this one. This one a blooper into shallow right field. Skylar Luna reaches first base. 2nd single of the night and his first RBI tonight. And scoring is Strachan. Larks score their 3rd run of the game right here, and there's still nobody out with the bases loaded. Sutherland goes to third, Gangwish to second, Luna to first. Now it's Max McGuire, who's 1 for 2 in the day with a single and a strikeout. RBI for Luna, number 5, and runs scored for Gangwish, number 35. This one is past the glove of Horn, and scoring is Sutherland. Advancing to second is Luna. To third is Gangwish. McGuire held up his hand to Sutherland to send him to stay there at third base. Sutherland didn't catch it. He's in safely. It's a 4-1 ball game. Sutherland scoring for his 3rd time this series and on the season. For George, that is run 28. And McGuire gets plunked to load the bases. He is starting to lose momentum here. Keith Harper and Sedbrook and Frank Leo all make their way, looking to make sure McGuire is okay. And so it looks like we're going to get the pitching coach, Robert Beltran, out of the dugout. He's going to talk to Villegas as there's two guys up in the pen for the A's. And we're going to take a quick pause here on Larks Network. Bases loaded with nobody out. It's a 4-1 ball game. So bases are loaded here with nobody out still after Max McGuire showed bunt and then was hit in the helmet as he turned away with barely time to react. De Leon at the plate now, 1-0. Villegas staying on the bump. The Larks have scored 2 already this inning. Sutherland touched home, and so did Strachan. This one is grounded to the right side. De Leon picking up an RBI and a base hit. His first hit tonight. Second time he's reached base. And it's a 5-1 ball game. Larks scoring 3 this inning. Scoring is Gangwish from third. His second run of the day. And for De Leon, first RBI of the day. An RBI for De Leon, number 17. Gangwish on total advances by 1. He's now tied with Andron for the most on the season. Andron's at the plate now. He takes strike 1. Gangwish, correction, is actually 1 behind Andron. Owen 1 on Andron, who's 0 for 3 with a fielder's choice. A run scored and 2 and a line out and a fly out. 1-1 on the Louisiana native. Larks, 0 runs in the first and second, 1 in the third and fourth, none in the fifth, 3 here. Max McGuire's at second base, De Leon at first, Luna at third. Glad McGuire's okay. That was a very scary situation when he was hit by that. Showed bunt, barely pulled back, took one hard off the helmet. Larks cannot afford any injuries anymore. 3 guys out tonight. Brandon out with a hamstring injury. Kavanaugh out with a back injury. And Davis out with a hip and leg injury. Davis was injured on a slide home last night. 2-2 on Andron. Bases loaded, nobody out. He chops this one over the right side. It's going to end up going foul. Shaluna will have to go back to third. De Leon back to first, and McGuire back to second. 2-2 again with nobody out. Bases loaded. Larks leading the A's 5-1 here in the top of the 6th. Larks picking up some insurance runs. Still no movement in their bullpen. 2 guys up and moving for Dodge on the left side of the field. 2-2 again. Gangwish scored. Sutherland scored and Strachan scored this inning. And he sends a blooper into right center field. And Larks pick up yet another hit and another run. McGuire heads home and he touches home. Standing up, it's a 7-1 ball game. Andron, 2 RBIs now. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners. Andron continues his hitting streak now with that one. Scoring was Luna and McGuire. And out of the dugout comes Beltran, and we're going to get a pitching change here in the 6th. Larks leading at 7-1. Luna picking up run scored number 8, and for McGuire, That is run scored number 9 for Andron. RBIs number 22 and 23. We're going to take a quick break as the new pitcher warms up and join you right back here on Larks Network for the continuation of the 6th. Runners on the corners. It's Daly on at third, Andrew on at first, to Jared Belbin at the plate, who's 0 for 3, reaching on a fielder's choice, lined out and flied out. Nobody out. Larks have scored 5 this inning. Check over at Andrew, not in time. 7-1 lead for the Larks. It's looking like it was going to be a close game, a pitcher's duel, and all of a sudden the A's defense and Villegas collapsed. New pitchers, Robert Gonzalez. He throws a heater for his first pitch to Belbin, low and outside. He's from Highland, California, played at Tennessee Wesleyan. "12 innings pitched for Gonzalez, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits. 0 runs allowed through those 12 innings, has an ERA of 0 flat. 1-0 reads the scoreboard here. On deck is Lee and the whole Strachan. The delivery to Belbin from the stretch. This one catches the zone. Strike 1. 1-1. In Gonzalez's last appearance, he picked up a win against the BJs. He's 2-0 on the season, has a save as well. And that appearance against the BJs went 5 innings. And he gets Belbin to pop up over to the right side. Jansen moves in, makes the catch for the first out of this long inning. So now Belbin is 0 for 4, going to Justin Lee, 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. In that last appearance for Gonzalez, walked a guy, struck out 5 no-run runs for those 5 innings. Threw 47 strikes, struck only 17 walks. This season, he has a whip of .5 flat, opponent batting average of .098. Andron takes off, no throw. He's in there safely for stolen base on the season, number 22. 22 stolen bases yet to be caught. There's 2 in scoring position, and Andron eliminates the possibility of a double play. And Horn's going to go out and talk to Gonzalez. Strachan starting off this inning with a single. Sutherland followed that with a single of his own. Fielder's choice from Gang, which he reached. As Villegas elected to throw to third and try to catch Strachan. Strachan was in there safely. Bases were loaded. Luna singled. McGuire was hit by a pitch. De Leon singled. Strachan. Sutherland, Gangwish, Luna, McGuire all coming around to score. De Leon's at third. Drake Andron singled. He's at second base. It's 1-1. Belbin just popped up to Jansen for the first out of the inning. Gonzalez delivers here a changeup that Lee sends foul 1-2. Under the lights here in Cavalier Field, 9:22 p.m. First pitch was at 7:38. And last night's ball game, Justin 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs and a walk. That was against the A's. Larks won it 11-3. They find themselves up 7-1. Looked for a second there like the Larks were going to run rule the A's. I would like to do that tonight, go home early. They still got to get 4 runs here and hold the A's scoreless for 2 innings. Larks had the A's had 5 hits last night. Larks 14. 2 errors from Dodge, none for Hays. Tonight, it's a little bit opposite. 1 error from Hays, none for Dodge. The 1-2 delivery catches the outside part of the play. Justin strikes out for the first time tonight. Strikeout for Gonzalez, number 6 on the season. Lee disagreeing with the home plate umpire. He'll walk back to the dugout. And now there's 2 away, 2 in scoring position for the guy who led off this inning with a single and came around to score, Alex Strachan. Strachan 2-run shot yesterday. A run scored tonight. Yesterday he made his RBI total improve by 2 and had advanced to 16 on the season. First delivery to him, a fastball called strike 1. Gonzalez looking good on the bump. Things hold out. Russ and Hays will pick up a win, and Villegas will advance to 0-1, but there's still a lot of ball game left, and if the Jayhawk West Division has proven anything this year, it's never over. Larks were down 11-0 against the Rangers in the first inning. Steve Sedbrook was ejected between the top and the bottom of the first, and all of a sudden the Larks scored 12 unanswered, ended up winning the game 18-12. 0-2 with 2 away. Andron at second, De Leon at third, and Strachan strikes out for the second time tonight, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Larks leading the A's 7-1 after scoring 5 this inning. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned in to Larks Network.
5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left arms.
Bottom of the 6th we go. Leading off is Jack Firestone. He replaced Tyler Bruno. And the Larks have a 6-run lead against their rival. This game is key if the Larks want to win the Jayhawk West. looking like they will here. They have a 1-game lead on Liberal. Dodge will see Liberal again. Larks will be rooting for the A's in that series. 0-1, bases empty for the leadoff hitter, Firestone.
Go sell out tickets.
And this one misses 1-1. The 1-1 delivery is fouled back and away, 1-2 now. Firestone on the season for the A's. Batting .324, 3 doubles, 4 home runs, 38 total bases. His 1-2 delivery from Rustin Hays, sidearm, and it's a swing and a miss. Rustin really changing up his delivery there. Really dragged that front foot away from first base over to the third base side, and there's one away. Rustin striking out his third batter tonight, number 30 on the season. Mikey Gangwish out having a chat with the first base coach for the A's. They were doing that the last inning, but Gangwish is more to the dugout. Now he's standing right next to him. Gangwish, a chatty player, keeps it professional. Looks like they're both having a good time over at first base. This one sidearm, dunkel ball, misses low, 2-0. Third base coach for the A's, head coach Tony Gonzalez. Hayes shakes off 2 signs from McGuire. He delivers 2-1, 3/4, called strike 1. Another nice knuckleball. One of the most fun pitches to watch in all of the league is that knuckleball from the right hand of Rustin Hays. This one ends up running up and hitting Selby, so he heads to first base. Third time he's reached in 3 plate appearances, a walk and a double. He came around to score, and now Hayes has plunked his 7th guy this season. Looking to bounce back here. Will likely throw a lot on the bottom of the plate, trying to get Owen Jansen to ground into a double play. Second guy plunked tonight for either team. This one a lot less scary than McGuire's. Hayes agrees with the sign from McGuire. He'll go from the stretch. Not before checking over at Selby. It's not in time. On deck is Prescott Horn in the hole, Kyle Cullen. Rustin's from Hector, Arkansas, played at William Baptist. In his time there, 5.28 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 30 2/3 innings pitched. From the plate, he batted .236, had a home run, 8 RBIs, and 17 hits. 9 runs scored, 1-0. 1 away, runner on first. Knuckleball catches the outside part of the plate. Called strike 1, 1-1, 1 away. Horn on deck, drove in an RBI, his first of the season, just his 2nd game. Rustin Hays, a righty on the bump. Jansen, a lefty at the plate. This one a little bit wild. McGuire gets to it. It's 2-1. Defensively, still the same. The Larks started. It's Belbin in left field, Andron in center, Sutherland in right, Luna at third, DeLeon at short, Justin Lee at second, Strachan at first, Max McGuire behind the plate, Rustin Hays on the bump. 5 1/3 innings, 1 earned run, has allowed 2 hits. Composes himself, looks over his shoulder at Selby's. This one's grounded between Luna and DeLeon, and it's a base hit, the 3rd hit of the 9th for the A's.
Now that catcher catcher, number 31.
So we'll head to Prescott Horn, the 6-hole. The catcher, he hits from the right side. He's still through his first several at-bats on the season. If we're going to be specific, 5 at-bats, still no hits. Reached on an error in the 4th, drove in Griffin Selby, who stands at second base. So a miss is 1-0. And Keith Harper's going to come out of the Larks dugout and have a chat with Rustin Hays. Still no movement in the Larks dugout. We're going to take a quick pause during this mound visit and be right back here on Larks Network for continuation of the bottom of the 6th. Quick mound meeting over. And Horn at the plate, 1-0 with 1 away. Runner in scoring position, and Griffin Selby at second, Owen Jansen at first. 1 error for the Larks, none for Dodge, 7 runs for Hays, 1 for the A's. 9 hits for the Larks, 3 for Dodge. The 1-0 delivery, knuckleball misses high, 2-0. Rustin Hays has been favoring that knuckleball all night. It's worked for him so far. 1 earned run through 5 1/3. Looking to strand these 2 runners here. It's a 2-0 count against Horn. Another knuckleball, this one in the zone, calling strike 1. Rustin very much has that pitcher's frame. Tall and lanky righty. This one becomes a hitter's count, 3-1. One away. He'll get set, place his front foot, and deliver from the stretch. A knuckleball that's popped over the right side. Strachan goes into foul territory, makes the catch. Runners stay where they're at. There's 2 away. Prescott Horn now 0 for 3 on the day, and now to Kyle Cullen, who is 0 for 1 today with a fielder's choice and a sacrifice bunt. That is on the night the second time that somebody has popped out to Strachan over in foul territory. First one was Carlos Ariano in the first. 2 away now to Cullen, making his first appearance this season. First pitch to him, a knuckleball outside part of the plate. A little bit low, caught the corner, 0-1. Tommy Garcia and Nash Neff making their way to the bullpen for the Larks. Neff with the catcher's gear will be catching for Garcia as Gangwish, the DH, he's the other catcher for the Larks. And McGuire, the other catcher, he's catching right now. Larks lost their other catcher, Hernan Inez. He went home before that last series against the Wellington Heat. Hays delivers, and it's grounded over to the left side. DeLeon races to it, throws over to Justin Lee. The 2 teammates at Cochise turn 1 out here in Dodge City, and we'll head to the 7th inning as Rustin Hays and company do damage control. Larks lead the A's 7-1. You're tuned in to Larks Network. Top of the 7th we go. George Sutherland is leading it off for the Larks. His first look at Robert Gonzalez on the bump. Strachan led off last inning with a single, and then he was the last out, striking out for Gonzalez's 7th on the season. 0-1 on Sutherland. Sutherland, a single run scored in that last inning, flew out in the 4th and singled in the 2nd. It's 0-2. He had a grand slam, and last night's ball game was just a triple shy of the cycle. The 0-2 to the St. Louis commit is a curveball that he takes looking. Strikeout number 9 on the season for Gonzalez. Back-to-back, 3 in a row, actually. Gangwish at the plate now, reached on a fielder's choice in the last one. Walked in the 4th, walked in the 2nd. Been on base 3 times, still looking for his first hit tonight. There's one away and nobody on for the DH. On deck is Luna in the home McGuire. This one is strike 1. Gonzalez do a nice job of throwing strikes. Tommy Garcia up and moving in the Larks bullpen. No movement currently in the Dodge one. 0-1 the delivery. He swings at, fouls it over to the left side, 0-2. Larks won last night 11-3. Looking like if they hold on, they'll have 2 more games against the A's. And off 4 in a row for Gonzalez are strikeouts. If the Larks can win tonight, they'll have 2 more against the A's. And if they continue to sweep this series, they will win the Jayhawk West Division without even having to worry about the Liberal and Dodge series. The Larks currently this season against Dodge 5-0. 2 away, base is empty to Skylar Luna, who singled in the last inning, came around to score, has an RBI on a single in the 4th, and then ground into a double play to end the top of the 2nd. 0-1, Gonzalez locating his pitch as well, throwing strikes this inning. He has a sign from Horn, agrees on it. He'll deliver from the windup. He's a southpaw to the righty Luna, calling strike 2. Oh and 2 with 2 away. And he strikes out Luna. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th here as it's a beautiful inning from Gonzalez. An immaculate inning, actually, 9 pitches. And we'll head to the 7th inning stretch. Larks lead the A's 7-1. The 7th inning has been stretched, and we're here in the bottom of the 7th after an immaculate inning from Robert Gonzalez. 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts. I think that describes itself. Zach Doherty is leading it off. Rustin Hays on the bump for his 7th inning of work. In his last 2 appearances has gone 8 innings and picked up 2 wins. He's gone 6 tonight with only allowing 1 earned run, and the first delivery to Doherty is called strike 1. Doherty overturned with a ground out and a strikeout. Sidearm, this one's popped to the right side, is in play, but moving too quick for Strachan to even get far from the first base bag. 0-2 quick. Seven to 1 here in the bottom of the 7th, nobody out, and this one's grounded over to DeLeon, takes a few steps to his right, throws to Strachan. Strachan makes the catch on the stretch, 1 away.
Now at bat, right fielder number 15.
Back-to-back outs where the batter's grounded to DeLeon. Brett Graber at the plate. Now he ground out to DeLeon in the 5th and then struck out in the 3rd. A lot of these guys have put the ball in play against Rustin Hays. He's only struck out 3 tonight, making his total 30 on the season. 1 away, nobody on for the 9-hole. Called strike 1. The A's down to their final 8 outs. They're down by 6. This one swung on, grounded over to DeLeon. He races in, showing off that speed. Stretching is Strachan, makes the catch for out number 2 as Graber is speeding down the line. 3 straight groundouts to DeLeon, and top of the order, Antonio Andrade 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts to Sutherland and a pop-up to Justin Lee.
Now at bat, designated hitter number 26. Antonio Andrade.
6 2/3 for Rustin Hays. 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run. This delivery, a knuckleball in the zone, called strike 1. Hays looking good here in the 7th. Tommy Garcia is no longer in the bullpen warming up. For somebody who wasn't even scheduled to start tonight, he is looking phenomenal on the bump. This one skied over to right field. It drops on the warning track. Sutherland gets it in front of that 330 marker in right field, and it's a 2-out double for Andrade, his first hit of the ballgame. 2 away, runner in scoring position for the 2-hole, Carlos Arellano, who has a triple and a pop-up and a ground out. Andrade last night had that 2-run shot on the season for him. That was just his 2nd extra base hit. So it's 2 away, runner at second base on Andrade for the guy at the plate, right-handed hitter from Illinois State. And Garcia goes back to the bullpen. His delivery misses, 1-0. Is a pitcher out in the Dodge City bullpen as well. Can't read a number from here, but it would be foolish for Tony Gonzalez to pull Robert Gonzalez the way he was dealing that last inning. An immaculate inning. This one's popped up into shallow left center. DeLeon calls off Belbin and Andron to make the 3rd out. DeLeon involved in all 3 outs this inning, and we'll head to the 8th inning here on Larks Network. Larks leading the A's 7-1. Top of the 8th we go. Leading off is Max McGuire. Hit by a pitch scarily in the 6th. He came around to score, struck out in the 4th, and then singled in the 3rd. His first look at Robert Gonzalez. He sends the first pitch. A pop-up over to the right side. Jansen makes the catch. Running for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. No immaculate inning here for Gonzalez now. So now to the 9-hole. De Leon. 1 away, nobody on. Larks scored 5 in the 6th. And then Robert Gonzalez threw an immaculate inning in the 7th. Gonzalez from the windup to JDL. First pitch swing and fouls this one back. 0-1. De Leon drove in a run earlier, restraining at third base to end the 6th. The 0-1 delivery, southpaw to righty. This one off the dish, 1-1. On deck, top of the order, Andron in the hole, Belbin. Under the lights here at 9:48 p.m. We're out 2 hours and 10 minutes in this one. First pitch was at 7:38 with the temperature at 99. The feel-like climax was 105. This one is hit into right field. Graber overruns it, slides, reaches his left hand back, and makes the catch for out number 2. So coming up to bat now is Andron. Continued his hitting streak in the 6th. He scored a run and drove in 2 tonight. Leads the league in hits. Justin Lee approaching that total. He's in second place. With 2 away, nobody on. The first delivery is a fastball that misses just outside, running 1-0. Andron had one of the longest hitting streaks in the league earlier in the season. It was snapped, and he's building one back up. He now has 49 hits on the season, and it's strike 1 on him, 1-1. One and one with 2 away. Belbin on deck, Lee in the hole. Gonzalez dealing, and it gets Andron to pop out of play, 1-2. Gonzalez has retired 9 straight. Excuse me, 8 straight. Third immaculate inning, last innings, 9 pitches, 3 outs, 3 strikeouts. This one misses outside again, 2-2 on the center fielder for the Larks. 2-2 with 2 away. Gonzalez from the windup, and Andron fouls this one off. We'll reset, go 2-2 for pitch number 6. Gonzalez from Highland, California, facing off against the center fielder from Louisiana. He strikes Andron out, who speeds to first base on a drop third strike. It's fun to watch him miss the extended tag of Horn, but he's out nonetheless. Dodge down to their final 6 outs as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Larks lead the A's 7-1. is the bottom of the 8th. Rustin Hays returning for his 8th inning of work, went 8 innings in his last 2 games. Picked up 2 W's. He struck out 30 on the season, 3 denieds, and leading off is number 3, Alex Bates, who sends this one to left field. It is gone over the head of Belbin. 1 pitch, 1 home run. The second home run on this. 5 home runs this series, 3 from Dodge, 1 from Hays. It's a 7-2 ball game. Tommy Garcia is still in the pen. Rustin Hays on the mound. So what a way to pinch hit. 1 pitch, a solo shot. Hays still down by 5 for Bates on the season. That was his first home run, RBI, 13 runs scored, number 6. Now to Griffin Selby, the cleanup hitter. It's 0-1. We'll see if we'll see Garcia this inning. We'll likely see him, if not this, definitely the 9th. 0-2 after this foul ball. Larks won 11-3 last night, looking to go 2-0 in this 2-game series. Will be at home for the next 4 days, a 2-game series against the Denver Cougars after going 1-1 to start the season, a 2-game series on May 31st and June 1st. 2-game series in Hays Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday against the Boulder Collegians. And then on Monday and Tuesday, on Monday, game 1 of the 2-game series against Dodge right back here at Cavalier Field. And then on Tuesday, at home versus the A's, this one's hit over the left side and foul. Selby on the day, a double, a hit by pitch, and a walk. Has scored 1 run. For 4 innings, it was the only run the A's have scored. 2 earned runs now on the day for Rustin Hays, numbers 14 and 15 on the season. 0-2 sidearm knuckleball inside and low, 1-2. 1 air for the Larks, none for Dodge. 9 hits for Hays, 5 for Dodge. This one, another sidearm delivery, misses, 2-2. The 2-2 delivery from the windup, swung in a hard line drive over the glove of the leaping Luna. Say that 5 times fast. And it is a single with nobody out for Selby.
Second baseman, number 22, Owen Jason.
Nobody out, running on first. Now the dugout is pitching coach Keith Harper, and Garcia makes his way out of the pen. It's going to be a day for Rustin Hays. 2 earned runs through 7 innings pitched. What a day from the knuckleballer. Looks like he'll advance to 4-2 on the season. We're going to take a quick pause right here on Larks Network and be right back here for the continuation of the bottom of the 8th. So now to Owen Jansen, who's 1 for 2 in the day with a walk, a single, and a ground out. New pitcher is Tommy Garcia, who leads the Larks in appearances on the bump. This is his 12th appearance. He's pitched for 20 innings, 5 earned runs, 2.25 ERA, 22 strikeouts, 7 walks. First delivery, 1-0. His last appearance was against McPherson. He pitched an inning and walked 1, struck out 3. On the season, opponent batting average of 182, 1.15 whip. Yet to hit a batter. Excuse me, he did hit 1. He started 1 game as well. Has thrown 207 strikes and 108 balls. 1-1. He's from Tucson, Arizona, along with Christian Piercy. They played against each other in high school, played together at Pima. Just finished his sophomore year at Mesa Community College. He had a 2-run record in 19 appearances, picked up 3 saves, 35 innings pitched. This one misses, 2-1. Had a 2.31 ERA, struck out 37. He's a righty going from the stretch against the lefty, Jansen. A 2-1 delivery, a fastball almost catches Jansen. It's a hitter's count. Three and 1, the Arizona native to the Canadian. This delivery swung on, popped out of play. It's a full count. Larks find themselves on a 3-game winning streak, looking to make it 4 here tonight. The A's down to their final 6 outs, but they've scored 1 this inning. Home run from Alex Bates, and Griffin Celebi followed out with a single. He's on first with nobody out. The payoff pitch from Garcia. Swung on, lined over to the right side, foul past the glove of Strachan. A nicely placed ball, just a little bit more to the left. Would have been extra bases and maybe a run scored. We'll get set and do another payoff pitch. A payoff pitch inside. It's another walk for the A's, the first tonight from the hand of Tommy Garcia. Walk number 8. Runners on first and second with nobody out for Prescott. Horn over 3 on the day with a race run and error, drove in a run on that. Popped up and flew out. No movement in the large bullpen. 2 guys standing on the rubber in the Dodge bullpen. This one is hit to right center. Sutherland goes in and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now back center fielder number 1, Kyle Cole.
So now Horn is 0 for 7 on his season. Now to Kyle Horn, 0 for 2 in the day, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. sacrifice bunt in the 4th, and then grounded out to De Leon to end the 6th inning. We'll likely see Garcia pitch him low, trying to get a double play and get out of this one. One away. It's Jansen at first, Selby on second. Strike 1 on Cullen. This is Cullen's first appearance with the A's, just got to Dodge today. Finds himself in an early RBI opportunity on his season with a runner in scoring position. Garcia delivers outside on a fastball, 1-1. None for the Larks in the first 2 innings, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, none in the 5th, 5 in the 6th. Scoreless since then. Robert Gonzalez dealing against them, retiring 9 straight. Swing and a miss from Cullen, strike 2. None for the A's, I should say, through the first 3, 1 in the 4th, none through the next 3. They picked up 1 here in the 8th, a solo shot from Alex Bates, his first of the season. Garcia shakes off a sign from McGuire. Agrees on 1. He'll go from the stretch, 1-2 with 1 away. Looks over at Selby. Delivers, strike 3 called. Garcia looking to do damage control here. There's now 2 away. And Garcia picks up strikeout number 23 on the year. 6 hits for the A's, 9 for the Larks, 7-2 lead for the boys in blue. Drake Androm playing a little bit deeper in center field than he was through some previous batters. Sutherland and Belbin a little bit deep in right and left, respectively. Delivery from Garcia, heater, 0-1. Two away. The A's down to their final 4 outs. Larks' strikeout was Rustin Hayes, his 29th of the season. On deck is Brett Graber, in the hole Antonio Andrade. The 0-2 delivery with 2 away. Garcia delivers, loses his hat. This one's grounded at him, checks at his hat, throws over to Strachan, gets out number 3. Garcia does damage control and will head to the 9th inning. Larks have a 5-run lead against the A's. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuned into Larks Network.
the Larks Network.
Jared Belbin leading off the 9th inning. First delivery to him, misses high, 1-0. New pitcher is Damian Hernandez from Welton, Arizona. Played at Arizona Western College with Larks players Mason Myrie and Jared Belbin. And he gets his teammate to ground out to Selby at first base with one away.
Now, number 9, Justin Lee.
One away now to Justin Lee. Lee 1 for 4 on the day, grounded a pop-up, a strikeout, a single, and an RBI. Lee's first look at the lefty, Hernandez. Due up for the A's down to their final 3 outs. It's Graber, and then to the top of the order, Andrade, Ariano, and Bruno. Bruno was replaced by Bates. Before that, replaced by Firestone. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery swung on, hit into left field. Chasing back is Bates. He leaps, and it's a solo shot off the bat of Justin Lee, and it's an 8-2 ball game. Third home run for the Larks this series, 3 for the A's, and that is Justin Lee's home run on the season. I believe number 2. And yes, it is, making his total base total now 77. He leads the league. RBIs now 36. He leads the league in that as well. And then a run scored, number 24. Hit a grand slam against Park City. That one was a close one, a wall scraper, but it's gone nonetheless. Counts for the same amount of runs. Congratulations to Mr. Lee, the league leader in total bases. 1-0 now to Alex Strachan. Nice security run for the Larks. Their lead back to 6. Strachan fouls this one back, 1-1. One away, base was empty. Sutherland on deck, Gangwish in the hole. Interesting move from the A's coaching staff to pull Robert Gonzalez after 9 straight, retiring in a immaculate inning in the 7th. Hernandez shakes off a sign from the catcher Horn, delivers to Strachan, one that misses outside, 2-1. Hernandez on the year, on the bump, has an ERA of 3.38, has allowed 2 home runs now, 4 walks, as he gets Strachan to fly out to Colin in center field for out number 2. So out now to Sutherland, who a single in the 2nd, a single in the 6th, the run scored in that 6th inning, a flyout and a strikeout. Hernandez, this is his 7th appearance. All relief. Has hit 3 batters. Has a whip of 1.13. Opponent batting average of 239. 6 earned runs through 16 innings. Now that's up to 7. It's 1-0 now on Sutherland. Pops this one over the left side and foul, 1-1. In Hernandez's last appearance, he went 5 innings against the Wellington Heat in a 1-13 loss for the A's. Had a no decision, 5 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. Allowed that first home run of the season, struck out 4. 1-2 now on George Sutherland. The 1-2 delivery, southpaw to lefty. This one's grounded over the right side. Foul. Selby loses his glove. Sedbrook catches it in midair. Gives it back to the first baseman. Where he set go 1-2 for pitch number 5 as Hernandez ties his shoe. Let's see Tommy Garcia back for the bottom of the 9th. The 1-2 again. Swing and a foul tip off the end of the bat. Sutherland came in this one batting .369, 56 total bases, now has 58 total bases. This one misses high, 2-2. On deck, Mikey Ganglish came in this one batting .264, struck out 16 times, been hit by a pitch, a team leading 5 times. It's now a full count. Sutherland having himself a nice at-bat, working himself back in the count. He'll get his payoff pitch from Hernandez here. From the windup, Hernandez delivers. Sutherland lays off one that misses outside, and Sutherland picks up his first walk of the day and walk on the season, number 18. So now to Mikey Ganglish, who has walked 2 times tonight. There's a runner on first with 2 away. Ganglish reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th, struck out in that immaculate inning against Robert Gonzalez. This delivery here runs outside 1-0. Ganglish came into this one with 28 walks, now has 30. 1-0. Hernandez will go from the stretch for the first time in this inning, 2-0. Two away, Sutherland's on first, Luna on deck, McGuire in the hole. A 2-0 swing and a foul ball back, 2-1. Ganglish leads the team in home runs with 4. Has 16 RBIs on the season, 8 doubles, 11 singles, 23 hits through 87 at-bats coming to this one. Looking for his first hit tonight. This one goes way outside. Horn can't get it. Sutherland advances into scoring position. Now Sutherland 180 feet from making it a 9-2 ball game, and it's a hitter's count for Ganglish. The 3-1 swing, and it's popped over the left side. Bates goes over racing, and he can't get to it. It finishes about 10 feet away from it. And it's a full count now to Ganglish. Back-to-back at-bats for the Larks with a full count against Hernandez. Count is stacked. Ganglish steps back into the left-hander's batter's box, facing off against the southpaw from Arizona. The mustache man sends this one. Another pop over the left side. This one will be out of play. Full count again. We'll go another payoff pitch from Hernandez. And the delivery. Ganglish swings, pops another one off over to the left side. Bates races, and it's out of play. .333 in the left field corner, 404 in deep center. Field is symmetrical, .330 in the right field corner as well, .348 in the left and right center markers. Ganglish having himself a nice at-bat, working Hernandez's pitch count. The payoff pitch again is popped up again. Ten hits for the Larks, 6 for Dodge, 8 for Hays, 2 for Dodge, and a run scored. 1 error for the Larks, none for the A's. Payoff pitch from Hernandez to Ganglish again. This one's popped up once again. This at-bat now will go to 10 pitches for another payoff pitch. 2 away. Sutherland still at second base in scoring position. On deck is Skylar Luna, back from an injury, and Max McGuire in the 8 hole. He struggled with a back injury earlier. He's been healthy as of lately. Glad to have him back and glad to have Luna back. Wishing a speedy recovery to Kavanaugh, Divis, and Brandon. And Gangwish gets himself a 10-pitch walk, his third on the day, number 31 on the season. A great at-bat from the guy from the Colorado School of Mines. Back-to-back walks for the Larks, and now to Skylar Luna, tonight's starting third baseman. Ground into double play to end the top of the second. A single in the fourth, a single in the sixth, a strikeout, an RBI, and a run scored. In last night's ball game, Luna 2 for 4 with a run scored and 1 RBI. The exact same stat line, 2 for 4 with a run scored and RBI right here, won't end up the exact same, as now it's 1-0 and he'll have another plate appearance. Hernandez delivers to him. This one misses low, 2-0. Two-away Gangwish at first. On second is Sutherland. McGuire on deck. De Leon in the hole. The 2-0 swung on, line back at the net. 2-1. Turf infield and turf mound here at Cavalier Field. Exact same as Larks Park. Grass outfield with dirt. Warning track just like at home where the Larks will be tomorrow. You can catch the Denver Cougars versus the Larks right here on Larks Network. First pitch at 7. Or come on down to the ballpark. Free attendance. Two and two with 2 away. Hernandez delivers to Luna. Gets him to pop this one out of play. It's been the story of this inning. Larks doing a nice job of protecting the plate. Justin Lee had that home run, a solo shot with 1 away in the 9th. It seems like 30 minutes ago, but it was just 1 out to go. The 2-2 runs inside and low. Full count again. 3 straight full counts for the Larks. Really getting Hernandez' pitch count up just through 2/3 of an inning. The payoff pitch, runners go. Luna pops this one over to the right side. Grazing toward Selby and Horn. It's going to be out of play. Another full count. Again, get another payoff pitch this at bat. Horn walks back to behind the dish. Skylar Luna steps up to the dish, awaits his second payoff pitch from Hernandez. Sutherland and Gangwish take off. The payoff pitch catches the inside part of the play. Skylar Luna strikes out for the second time tonight. Larks leave 2 on. However, they get a run off of a solo shot from Justin Lee. A's will be down to their final outs as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Larks leading Dodge 8-2. You're tuned into Larks Network.
to the Larks Network.
Tommy Garcia back to the mound for the bottom of the ninth, 1-0 on the leadoff hitter, Brett Graber, the bottom of the order. This is the third time he's led off an inning. Strikeout to lead off the bottom of the third, ground out to lead off the bottom of the fifth, and then grounded out as a second hitter of the seventh. 2-0 on him. Larks took a 6-run lead. Justin Lee hit a solo shot in this inning. It's a 3-0 count now on Graber. Garcia from the windup, the 3-0 delivery, misses high and inside for ball number 4. Garcia's second walk tonight. Runner on first with nobody out, top of the order, Antonio Andrade, the DH. 1 for 4 in the day with a double, 2 flyouts to George Sutherland and a pop-up to Justin Lee. His first delivery, a fastball, 5 straight balls from Tommy Garcia to start the ninth. One and 0. Garcia delivered to his catcher McGuire here from the stretch. His first strike of the inning, 1-1. Nobody out, running on first. On deck, Ariano, Tyler Bruno in the hole. We're at the top of the order. One and 1. This one's popped up a mile high. Jimmy DeLeon gets under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Good job from JDL tracking that one under the lights. So to Carlos Ariano, number 2 from Illinois State. He's facing off a guy from Mesa Community College. Thunderbird on the bump is 2 away from getting out of his 12th appearance and getting the Larks an 8-2 victory. Defensively, the same way the Larks have started. Not that they have the depth to even change right now with 3 guys hurt. This one's lined hard into left field. Belbin retreats, makes the catch on the warning track on a run. Nice tracking from the right fielder, first baseman, second baseman, wherever you want to put him. It's out number 2. Defensively, as I was saying, still the same. Belvin in left, Andron in center, Sutherland in right. Strachan at first, Lee at second, DeLeon at short. Skylar Luna manning the hot corner, Max McGuire behind the plate. So we go to Alex Bates, not Tyler Bruno. Bates hit a solo shot in his last at-bat. Bruno was replaced early on in the game by Firestone. Called strike 1 on Bates. That was Bates' first home run of the season. Last night he went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Garcia will go from the stretch. Runner at first is Graber. There's a 4-pitch walk. Garcia looking to settle in here. The 0-1. A slider that misses, 1-1. Nice breaking ball. Couldn't bait Bates into swinging at it. Garcia gets some shot on his hand, and we'll go 1-1 with 2 away. This delivery from the stretch, a swing and a miss. The A's down to their final strike. A nice pitch from Garcia. Had movement and speed. Larks looking to finish the job here. The 1-2 from Tommy Garcia. Swing and a miss from Bates. That is another strikeout for Tommy Garcia, his second tonight. And on the season, that strikeout, number 24. Larks win it 8-2 and 9 innings, sweeping this 2-game series against the A's, securing their spot right now in first place in the Jayhawk West Division. They got 2 more games against Dodge. If they sweep that, they won't have to worry about the Liberal Dodge series at all and winning the Jayhawk West. Rustin Hays advances to 4-2 on the season. And Anthony Villegas falls to 0-1. Larks advance to 25-7 overall, 9-5 in the Jayhawk West, 24-6 in the KCLB, and Dodge falls to 3-8 in the Jayhawk West, 19-12 overall. They're 4.5 games back. The Larks have a 1.5 game lead on the BJs. They wanted to hear 8-2 from Cavalier Field. This has been Carson Ackerman on the call on Larks Network. You can catch me back here on the call tomorrow night as the Larks take on the Denver Cougars for game 1 of a 2-game series. First pitch at 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in to Larks Network tonight. Good night.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game.